empty cup. Just crack a smile and fill it up. Fill it up.
It's after the final pour, and boy, is this a big one. Probably the most monumental after the final pour we've ever done. Clark, I know you're uninterested because you're watching the radar because you're walking home later. This is After the Final Pour from the Malting Hour. I'm one of the hosts, Tony Golick, joined always with
Brandon Winninger
and Tom Skilling himself. I got nothing else for that one.
Not named Tom Skilling. Clark Fettridge is here.
You know what, Brandon?
It works out perfectly because most of the After Final Pours don't have Clark.
That's true. That's true. You know, I've got some ideas for After the Final Pour.
So it's good to have Tom Skilling on.
It is.
Tom Skilling on it.
Guys,
actually, hey, let's not make fun of Tom Skilling. I really like that guy. Okay, I
do too.
Ew, what'd you do?
I spilled a splash. Sorry, I spilled this little splash.
You better drink that.
Slurp it up. Speaking of which, Brandon,
How much this beer is worth?
Why is this so important? What are we drinking? It's monumental. It's a really big deal, and I think you just need to hold it and explain it. And fucking A, thank you for sharing it. None of us have taken a sip yet.
Yeah, so
except
today,
you.
Yeah, so today we are drinking King Henry from Goose Island Brewery. So for those that are familiar with Goose Island and the brewery and Bourbon County series, this released in 2011 with their Bourbon County series.
What the hell's a Goose Island?
And had never been released again. So part of the Bourbon County Stout release. This was bottled on October 8th, 2011. It is a barley wine. So this is just shy of 10 years old. And if we're going to drink this...
Which we are. There's no turning back.
We are. I mean, I already opened it. Like...
Jesus, Mary, and
They
Joseph.
got me drunk, and...
Hey, you pulled the bottle out.
No, I know.
Your idea worked, Tony.
Yes, let's get him
Clark,
drunk on
stop
that.
by Greenbush. Get the heaviest beers they have.
There was no...
Also, bring over your low carbonated homebrew that references a dick.
That really put us over the top.
Yeah, that did.
There was no prying, whatever. I've been wanting to share this with these guys for a long time, and finding the right occasion kind of came today. So, a barley wine, again, from 2011. Literally, what are we, like 4 months shy?
Yeah, we're almost 10 years. Almost 10 years old.
4 months shy of 10 years old.
Brandon, how old was the old stock? The old stock was 10 years old when we drank it, right?
No.
Or is it 11?
It was a little older. It was...
Because I thought that was...
We had that we had the beginning of last year.
So that was 11 years old
Yep.
then. Okay, 11 years old.
So this is the second oldest beer we've drank.
Second oldest beer, and we've said it many times on the show. You know, there's certain beers you age, there's certain beers you don't age. I was nervous about the old stock ale because I wasn't sure how that was going to be. And you and I mean, that was your favorite beer for the Maltese last year, and it was up there for me. It just wasn't my favorite.
Yeah.
It was very good. This, I can't believe that this beer is 10 years old. How delicious it is, how much it reminds me of what we have now for Bourbon County. Barrel characteristic is not faded. There is a nice warmth going through my chest, and as I sip it, it's nice and malty.
Yeah.
This is blowing my mind, the fact that this is almost 10 years old, and you could pour it for me, and I can go, oh, who aged this last year?
Yeah.
This is unbelievable.
Yep.
Absolutely unbelievable. It is really fucking good.
I am surprised because, so I've had King Henry on a multitude of times. And the last time I remember actually drinking it was after Fobab. Good friend of ours, Maurice, we went with him back to Fisherman's, and he ran back to his house. Came back with a bottle of King Henry,
Cool.
And we drank that after Fobab.
Yeah.
And my hazy memory still reminds me of this.
Yeah.
It has not changed much in the best way possible.
Yeah, this is and you have kept this in. This has been cellared for a while, obviously.
Cellared in the most possible way a consumer can think of cellaring.
Yeah,
something.
without actually like, okay, I have a really temperature controlled. You've always kept it in a nice, cool, dark place, regardless where you're living. We're drinking this, and room temperature here right now is probably what? Yeah, that room that it came from is a little
68
cooler.
degrees.
Yeah, between 60 and 68 degrees. That I feel like this is. I don't want this cold. This is like sipping cognac, bourbon. I'm not comparing it to cognac, but like it's just the sweetness of it. This is
100% agree.
Absolutely mind blowing. I'm more impressed with how much. It's my first time having it. No, Clark, it's your first time having it. But the fact that this is 10 years old, just shy of 10 years old, is blowing my mind. How great this tastes. How rich this is. How the bourbon barrel characteristic comes through. It's sweet. There's like almost this banana-y aftertaste in this, like a barley wine might have, like a fruited thing.
Yeah, I get that.
Not like Belgian banana-y, but that's just kind of what my taste buds are telling me right now. If I had this another time, if anybody has another bottle, please send it to us. I would probably taste something a little different, but I'm floored. I'm floored by this right now. We've talked a lot. Again, we've talked about beers that would be in the running for the a Maltese beer of the year. I feel like we can't put this in there because this isn't its own. I mean, if you want to, fine, but this really is in its. This beats everything. There will be nothing that we probably have this year that will top this.
Yeah,
I feel like this just gets it's like one of those. Was it Lifetime Achievement Awards? It's fucking 10 years old. This is the Hey, settle down there, Fridge. This is the Lifetime Achievement Award beer right there. 10 years, and man, Brandon. Thank you.
You're welcome.
For sharing this, man.
Clark,
Thank you. I mean, honestly, I don't want to say I'm speechless, but I really am. I mean, this is beyond what I want in any barrel-aged whatever I'm drinking, especially Goose Island. I mean, I feel like
we talk a lot about Goose Island.
We talk a lot about how things have changed with a little bit with Bourbon County, and I mean, we
have our own prop day. We go to prop day. We clearly have done many episodes about Bourbon County and different Bourbon County variants. We've made our own Bourbon County variants. Obviously, their barrel aged beers are near and dear to us. This is hands down the best barrel aged beer I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, I wouldn't say no to that.
Yeah,
I mean, man.
And it's funny because I've seen a lot of people that have like checked in or posted on like the groups and like, oh, King Henry's falling off. It's this and that. It's like, yeah, but it's also all how you store it. Like if
absolutely
you keep it, and it gets too hot, like, and then get it too cold.
Temperature fluctuation. I mean, and again, we've talked about there's certain beers that sure you can get away with aging, but there are also now beers that when they're barrel aged they're meant to drink fresh. 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this is fully just, God, I wonder what this would taste like in 10 more years.
Yeah. And
let's put it back in the bottle.
Yeah. So, and
Oxidized.
I never intended to keep this for this long.
Right.
I just, I never really found the opportunity to like, hey, let's drink King Henry. Like,
You've had some ideas. You've shared some ideas
Yes.
of when we're going to do it. And,
yeah. But like,
this is a big deal. This is a big deal, man. This is awesome.
this is my crowning bottle that I have opened up and let go. And
It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet.
Yeah, it's bittersweet.
Sure.
And I'm happy I did because, again, this is our first time recording again all together in a group within a year. And I felt like this needed to happen now. Like, it wouldn't mean as much,
a random after the final pour that.
Yeah, I mean, it would still be significant, but just this, like, it meant more to me to do it now, so.
Well, I, for one, thank you immensely for choosing today to share it. And
I, for two,
yeah,
thank you immensely.
I mean, it's yes. Oh, there's
even more so than Tony.
There's Dr. Detrich back for his crazy words. Real quick, Clark, you've had this open. For people who don't know what King Henry is all about and what it entails, you have a description.
Let me tell you a little bit about
I'm
King
telling
Henry.
you to tell. You don't have to say, let me tell you.
But I wanted to make sure everyone understood. It's aged in bourbon barrels.
Our listeners aren't morons.
unlike some of our hosts,
Brandon, that way he just shared King Henry with us.
I was looking
I brought you King Henry.
someone else's direction, Professor. Burgundy-hued English-style barley wine with aromas of vanilla, oak, and dark fruit. Caramel and toffee flavors blend together with bold notes of bourbon delivered in a smooth body followed by a malty finish. No matter the occasion, that's for sure, King Henry promises a regal drinking experience. Damn. And interesting...
Does it end with damn?
No. I threw that in there, but it does tell you what we've got going on. It's 13.4% IBU 60. Now the hops, Pilgrim and Styrian.
Back in the day, baby. I'm not familiar with No, I'm not.
I'm not familiar with either of those, so that's kind of fun to see. Something totally different.
Look at the malt bill.
Ooh, caramel 120, crystal wheat, dark chocolate. Okay, yeah, that's
And then the one you just discovered. Pale.
Yeah, see, I was the first one to use pale.
No, this is an old beer.
That's weird.
Yeah. No, the characteristics in there. I mean, that's such a cool, interesting malt bill. And those hops, not familiar with it. There is not like a very strong bitterness to it from the to balance out that sweetness.
Yeah.
But it's not overly sweet. I don't feel like I'm drinking something that's coinly sweet or anything like that. It's Jesus Christ, Brandon, blowing my mind on a Friday night. Absolutely love it, dude.
That's what I do.
You got anything left in that bottle?
Nope.
Dang. No, I meant for him. Is there any sediment?
A little bit, yeah.
You know,
Interesting.
it would be fun to see. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there who have King Henry, and it's a coveted bottle. But I feel like this really kind of entails the spirit of what Bourbon County
Yep, I agree.
came from, where it came from, what they were trying to do, and this beer just fucking exemplifies
What I didn't have in that original bio of King Henry, this was aged in Pappy Van Winkle 23 bourbon barrels, previously used to age rare Bourbon County brand stout. So we got all sorts of good stuff going on in here.
I don't want this glass to ever be empty.
I know, I'm really taking small sips, but it's going too quickly.
I know. I keep going back to it because it tastes so damn good.
Yeah, because it is.
Yeah, Brandon, I can't thank you enough for sharing this, and thanks for sharing it on the show. We could have easily just, I mean, you didn't have to share it with us, or we could have shared it off mic, but to share it on the show, I think is even cooler. Because like you said, it's the first time all three of us have been sitting here at your bar for over a year. It's definitely a celebration. We drank a lot of good beers before we did this. That was fun. Even the Foamy Dick. And, King Henry seemed to be the great way to finish this off, man.
Agreed.
I feel like this is like a somber moment, too.
But seriously, where do we go from here, though?
Home. We just go
Yeah, but after that, beer-wise,
home.
like we're gonna drink.
This is where I play the
2021 Bourbon County.
the
and be
Incredible
like,
Hulk music. I play the Incredible Hulk music from the TV show when I say, it's just time to go home, and then the music plays. If we could cue that up, that would have been great. Thanks.
It's not my job.
Okay. There's plenty of other bourbon barrel-aged beers we're going to be drinking, but it'll be... here we go. When it comes to the Maltese, this will get the... Man, hold on. Hold the phone. This is not a rant. This is Tony's... I don't know. Swirling this around... You guys see it? It's not really coating the glass, but look, it kind of coats the glass in this nice
Glaze.
Yeah, it looks like glaze. Yeah. Back to your smoked ham, Brandon. Ooh, let's get another bottle and we'll glaze the ham in King Henry and hate ourselves for it.
Right on top of that, Rose.
Glad someone's working on it.
Finally.
Hey, you know what? Cheers, guys.
Yeah. Cheers.
Indeed. Cheers, and thank you again.
Yeah. Thanks, Brandon. This is a real treat for the show. A real treat for us.
Do you have any more of these?
Yeah. How many more do you have in the bag?
Like 15
In case
more
we
I gotta
want
burn through.
One more bottle.
All right. Well, in 10 years we'll try another one, and we'll just keep going until we're 140 years old. Yeah. This gets I'm marking it now. 6 months from now, this gets the our lifetime achievement award.
First.
Yeah. The first Maltese lifetime achievement award goes to King Henry, Goose Island. Thank you very much, Goose Island. Thank you very much, Brandon.
You're welcome.
Clark, I feel like this is wasted on you as usual, like most things that we do on this show.
So this is just, you can just go into a store and buy this?
It's readily available. It's sitting on the shelves at Jewel, baby.
Oh, gotta go ask them.
Well,
Go to
stop by
7-Eleven.
Joe on the way home.
Yeah, when you were walking home, you loser. Brandon, I love you, man.
Love you too, bud.
Clark,
I'm here to enjoy this delicious beer. Thank you again.
Yeah, thanks, Brad. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for listening. King Henry, you're the man.
This has been The Malting Hour. Be sure to follow us on all social media by searching The Malting Hour and at themaltinghour.com. You can also follow us on social media platforms individually. Brandon can be found on Instagram as BMDub81, on Twitter, BDub81, on Untapped, BDub Drinks Beer. Tony can be found on Instagram and Untapped under Asa Phelps Chicago. On Twitter, The Asa Phelps Chicago. Clark can be found as Clarkowski on all three. Be sure to subscribe, like, and rate the show on your preferred podcast listening platform. Until next time, cheers from all of us at The Malting Hour.